Ladies and gentlemen, dear students, on behalf of my colleagues at the Faculty of Business and Economics, I would like to welcome you at our university. My name is Annamária Sasné-Grósz. I'm the Vice Dean for Academic Affairs at the faculty, and this time I would like to share some important information with you about your studies and the rules of your studies. First, I would like to show you how the structure of the faculty is built. As you can see, the main person at the faculty is the dean. Under the dean, 4 vice deans help to organize all of the works at the faculty. One of them is me, and my job is to organize all of the study-related things, solve the problems of the students and the teachers as well. Under the deans, you can find some departments, and at the top of the departments, you can meet with the head of departments. But I think not only these heads of departments will be important for you during your studies, but also head of the program. Head of the program is a person who is responsible for all of your study-related problems, and they are the persons who can answer all of your questions during your studies. So, on the next slides, I will show you which department your major belongs to and who is or who are heads of the programs. They can be the first contact for you if you have any questions according to your studies, and they can be the first person when you have any problems with your studies at the university all time long that you will spend here at the university. So, which is your department? Based on your major, you can belong to different departments. If you study at the bachelor level in tourism and catering major, your department is Department of Tourism. And the responsible person for your program is Esther Madarász. Also to the tourism department belongs the MSc, the Master in Tourism Management, but the head of the program is a different person. She is Ágnes Rafai. Those students who study at the Marketing Master program, this major belongs to Department of Marketing, and the head of the program is Professor Zoltán Veres. Business Administration and Management major belongs to Department of Business Economics, and the head of the program, Zoltán András Dániel. So, as I have already mentioned at the previous slide, the persons who you can look for if you have any problems or questions are mentioned on this slide as the program leaders, as the head of the programs. We also have another bachelor program, Bachelor in International Business Economics. This major belongs to Department of the International Economics, and the head of the program is Ildikó Neumanné Virág. After you can find your department and the head of the programs, maybe you can have the question, it's okay, now I know where I belong to, where my major belongs to. Some words about the details, how we organize the academic year at the university. So, we have 14 weeks term time, which means during these 14 weeks, you can visit lectures, seminars, and sometimes you can have midterm exams, depending on the teacher's requirements and the course requirements. A lecture takes 2 times 45 minutes without a break. Maybe it can be different from your previous studies, so you should prepare that you can and you have to spend 90 minutes without a break in the classroom. After the term time, then comes the exam period, which takes 6 weeks. And during these 6 weeks, you can have written and oral exams, or both from the same course. So, if you think about these details, you can recognize that there will be many weeks. You can spend many days and many weeks without any tests or midterm assignments. So, maybe you can feel that during these 14 weeks, you can have some vacation, you can relax, but actually this feeling can be dangerous for the students' results. Why? I try to explain you on the next slides. If you don't follow continuously your studies, your lectures and seminars, at the end of this the term time, at the beginning of the exam period, you can find that there is a lot of study materials, and because of the amount of the study materials and also because of the language of the materials, you can have difficulties with studying everything at one time at the beginning of the exam period. Why? Because the material will be too much. The language can be a professional language, so it can contain specific terms, expressions, jargons, which can be difficult to understand and difficult to study as well. Furthermore, you will recognize that the study materials which are uploaded to the Moodle system by the teachers, these materials mostly are just outlines, which means these are just the basics, but don't contain any details of the study materials. So you have to follow continuously what the teachers teach you at the lectures and at the seminars. And also we suggest you to take some notes, because really the study materials are not enough to take an exam from a course. If you want to study not continuously during the term time, but only at the end of the term time, or you want to study only for the midterms, you can recognize that after a couple of weeks, maybe you will not remember what happened in the class, what happened in seminars and lectures, and it also makes more difficult to understand the materials you can have in a special course. So that's why we suggest you not to feel during the term time that this is another form of your holiday, but we suggest you to follow what happened in the classes, what happened in the course. So visit the class, visit the seminars, and try to understand the study materials continuously, and participate in the classes actively. So if you have any questions, if there is anything that you cannot understand, ask the teachers immediately, so not only before the midterm or before the exam period. Another reason why it can be difficult to fulfill the requirements if you don't follow continuously your studies. At the university, teachers mostly expect at least 50 or 60% at midterms and at the exams to fulfill the requirements. It's quite high percentage comparing to the other faculties or maybe your previous schools, and not easy to reach this amount of the points. So here at the university we treat you as adults. We think that all of the university students are adult and can behave as an adult. What does it mean? You have to solve your problems by yourself. It doesn't mean that we will not help you. We just ask you to think about what is your problem, how you can solve it. Try to read all of the possible sources. I will mention some on the next slides, which can help you to solve your problems. Pay attention to Neptune messages, because student problems sometimes derives from the fact that students don't read their Neptune messages and they forget to meet the deadlines. They forget to read some important informations. Not only the Neptune messages can contain important things, important knowledges for you, but also the Moodle system. So that's why we suggest also follow the Moodle, follow what content you can find in the Moodle. The last point is, maybe this one is the most important. Knowing the rules not only can help you to solve your problems, but also prevent your problems. If you know what rules you can apply for your studies, you can stay away from many problems. I have already mentioned many times rules of your studies, so let's see what are the main rules that you should know. The most important basic document is the academic regulation for students. You can find it at the English language webpage of the university under the bullet points useful information. You can find any details about how you can collect credits, what are the rules of finishing your studies, your internship, whatever question you can have according to your studies. Most of the times you can find the answers within this regulation. So if you have any problem, first I suggest you to read the certain point of the academic regulation, because many times the solution lies in this document. Another important thing, the course description. Each course you will participate in have a description in the Neptune system. Because we are in the middle of the first week and after the registration week, I think you have some knowledge according to the Neptune system, and you will be a good friends with this system during your studies. So each course have a description, and within the description you can find the requirements, the content of the course, any important information, what can help you, how to complete the course. Also important to know the curriculum. The curriculum contains all of the details of your studies. What you have to fulfill, what are the requirements of finishing your studies, how many credits you have to collect during your studies, what is a model curriculum, which subject you should register for in a special semester, and so on. On a later slide, I will show you where you can find the curriculum of your major. Also in the Moodle system you can find some other policies which can be important. So in a special policy we try to organize what you have to know about the internship, about the thesis. Why these documents are important? Because it contains some rules how you can complete all of the requirements. I would like to mention some small things from these academic rules of studies which can be useful for this semester as well. The first is absence from classroom sessions. Basically, it is compulsory to participate at each seminars. If you miss more than 35% of classroom sessions in a semester, it means that you will not get signature of the course, which is a sad thing, because if you don't have a signature, you can complete that course in that semester. Not only the signature is necessary to complete the requirements, but also you have to complete the other tasks given by the teachers. Okay, so what if you miss the possibility to complete the course and you don't have a signature from a subject? If your signature is denied, you cannot take the exam of that course. It means you have a possibility to register for the course again next time when it is available for the students, or not the next time, but the next time, maybe later, next time. So it seems quite comfortable, because if you miss the signature and you cannot complete your course at the first time, you can see or you can feel that it's not a problem, because you will have another possibility to register for the same course. But I will show you on the next slides why it can be risky. So you can see in the curriculum in the Moodle system that many subjects have prerequisite, which means if you don't complete a course and if it is a prerequisite of another course, you will not have a possibility to register for the next course. I will show you one example. You can read in the curriculum that in the fourth semester you have to complete a subject which is called Problem Solving 1. If you not complete the Problem Solving 1, you cannot register for Problem Solving 2, and until you complete the Problem Solving 2, you will not be able to register for thesis, which is your final subject at the university. and it is compulsory to complete to the final exam. So if you miss the first possibility to complete the problem-solving one, it means automatically you will have a delay with your studies because it is a prerequisite of another subject and another subject later as well. So maybe it seems that it is comfortable to complete some subjects later than it is suggested in the model curriculum, but we would like to draw your attention that try to complete each course in the model semester, because only following the model curriculum, registering for the subjects based on the model curriculum can ensure that you will finish your studies within the normal study period, which means within 7 or 8 semesters depending on your major. Further information that only the courses of the model curriculum are scheduled without collision with other classes. So if you miss a chance to complete a subject at first time, maybe next semester you can recognize that you have some problem. There is a collision between some classes, which can result absence from classes because you cannot participate more than one courses at one time. Absence can result no signature, and the whole circle starts again. So I mentioned a couple of times that you can find the details of your studies in the curriculum, and you can find the prerequisites in the curriculum as well. So that's why I would like to show you where you can find the curriculum of your major. So you can see here where the business administration bachelor studies or the international business economics and tourism catering majors curriculum can be found. And on the next slide you can see where the master studies curriculum you can find. So these links, I suggest you to read the document, what you can find under these links, and you can read all of the details of your studies and also the suggestions which course should be registered for in which semester. How you can understand the signs and details of the curriculum, what you can find in the Moodle. So I would like to show you an example. So here you can find within the red circle which semester, in which semester the course will be taught. This is the third semester, which means that this is a course in the autumn semester. So any odd semesters are autumn semesters and the other ones are the spring semesters. You can register for a course only in those semesters in which the course is available. The next important information is the code of the subjects. You can use this code when you would like to ask something from your teacher, because the code helps the teachers and the administrators to find out which subjects you are talking about. Within this code you can see 2 letters. Each course code contains the abbreviation of the department responsible for the course. So for example, in this code you can see the 2 letters S and C, which means the Department of Accountancy. Further information in the curriculum is the credit of the course. 9 credit means that you will have 6 classes weekly from that subject. You also can see the number of the classes in the curriculum. And 6 classes means that you will have 6 times 45 minutes weekly, which is organized into 3 times 2 classes. So the credits also measure the weight of the course in the curriculum. The next is the prerequisite. I already mentioned at the previous slide. So in the curriculum you can see which subject you have to complete before you would like to register for another course. There is one more without completing the prerequisite, you cannot register for the course. There is one more important thing in the curriculum, which you can see here. This contains the requirement how you can complete the requirements of the course based on the academic rules of studies. You can see here 4 different letters, and what is the meaning of these letters. F means continuous assessment, but continuous assessment can be 2 different types. F means that you will have grade at the end of the term time, but you have a possibility to improve this grade in the exam period. If you see a letter A in that cell, it means the subject has also a requirement called continuous assessment. But in case of letter A, you will have a grade at the end of the term time, but you will not have a possibility to improve your grade in the examination period, which means if a subject ends with this requirement and you cannot complete the requirements within the term period, you will not be able to complete the course at that semester. So if you can see the letter A as a requirement of a course, it means that you have to complete all of the requirements within the term time. If you are not able to complete these requirements, you will not have a signature from the course, or you will have a grade of unsatisfied, which means you have to complete the course next time when it is available in the Neptune system. You can see 2 another letters as a requirement. K means examination period assessment derived mark. In details, it means that within the term time you will not have any requirements. You only have to follow the lectures, but in the exam period you will have a written or oral or both type of exam. So you have to complete the requirements of these courses only in the exam period. V means that we combine in-semester and examination period assessment. So your in-semester performance will be part of your final mark, your final grade, and not only what you can do, what you can achieve in the examination period will matter, but also your whole semester result will be the basic of your grade. So, sometimes it happens that students fail at the exam or fail at the end of the term time, so they are not able to complete the requirements. So the question arises, how many times you can take an exam? Basically, maximum of 2 examinations per subject can be taken in one semester, which means if you fail at your first exam, you have 2 chances to improve your result. You also have a possibility to ask for a third exam in 2 subjects in one semester, but this possibility based on your request. So it means you have to ask for this third possibility in the Neptune system. I think it is important to know that there is a limit how many times you can try to bettering your results. It is a law here in Hungary that the university shall terminate the student's status unilaterally in cases where the total number of unsuccessful and repeated retake examinations in a given unit of study has reached 5. So you only can have 6 unsatisfied grades, and it is compulsory for us to terminate your status if you reach this level. Because of this rule, I suggest you to follow your grades and count how many possibilities you have. If you have difficulties to complete a subject, a course, ask some help. You can find mentors here at the university. You can ask your classmates to help you to study, to prepare for the exam, and also you can ask your teachers to give some extra help to prepare for the exam to be successful. So I really would like to ask you to know these kind of rules, just to avoid to reach that level when the university will not have any other possibility only to terminate your status. Not only these are the basic rules, but in the curriculum you can find some filter levels. These are easy to follow, but also important to follow. So what are these filter levels? In case of bachelor's programs, in which you have to reach 210, or in case of tourism and catering and international business bachelors, you have to collect 240 credits under your studies. Basically in 7 semesters, but also in case of the tourism and catering and international business majors, your studies will take 8 semesters. So the first filter level is that you have to complete minimum 45 credits by the end of the 3rd semester. These credits have to complete all of the compulsory subjects from the 1st semester. So not only the number of credits is determined that you have to collect till the end of the 3rd semester, but also the courses are specialized, which you have to complete. We also have filter levels for master programs, and I can say that it is not really difficult from the previous one. The difference is that within the master programs, students has to collect 120 credits in 4 semesters, but the requirements is the same. So you also have to collect 45 credit points minimum by the end of the 3rd semester, and also these 45 credits has to contain all of the compulsory subjects from the 1st semester. So till now I was talking about some rules, and I wanted to give you some basic warnings. What are the things that you have to be careful at the beginning of your studies? And many times I mentioned that you can find information in the Moodle system. But what is Moodle system? Moodle is a course management system our faculty use to share information with the students. This platform can deliver study materials to students to assess learning using assessments or tests, to discuss course-related topics, and so on. When first time visiting this web page, you will see how you can log into this page. Don't worry that now you can see the Hungarian version. First time when you will use this website, you can find English language version as well. Within the Moodle system, you have to enroll yourself. So you don't have to wait for the permission of the teacher or help for anyone else. Just try to log in. On the start page of the Moodle, you will find some information how you can log in. You have to use your Neptune code. First time when you will enter, then you have to specialize your own password. Okay, and within the Moodle system, you can find your courses based on the course name or based on the course code, which you can find in the Neptune or in the curriculum. One important thing will be during your studies that you also have to do some physical exercises, and you also have to register for physical education subjects, physical education courses. There is a special web page in which you can register for these physical activities. This web page is now on the slide. As you can see, it has also an English language starting page. So don't forget, in a semester when you would like to complete physical education, you have to also register for this website as well. For bachelors, 4 semester physical education is compulsory. For master students, there's no any requirements in field of physical education. Some other important information or useful information. If you look for any teachers, administrators at the faculty or at the whole university, you can find any contact details at this web page. All of the phone numbers and all of the email addresses can be found based on the person's name or based on the person's department. At the end of my presentation, I would like to wish you successful and enjoyable study years. Good luck with your studies, and if you have any questions, any problems, ask your teachers, the administrators, and also you can ask the Vice Dean, which is me. Thank you for your attention, and good luck.